So we see the same starting lineup today as we saw in the St. Louis match. It looks like that is something that is working through to build. What do you see in that system that you're saying, yes, let's keep giving these guys time to learn and work together? What are the positives in that system you're looking to?
I wanted to give these guys a little bit of continuity. Because I didn't think that we played badly against St. Louis. We gave some goals away, and I felt a little bit the same today. Because when I look at the numbers, my job is not just looking at the result, but also what caused the results. Okay. So when I look at the numbers, I look at that they cleared the ball 30 times, we clear 11. So we entered the ball in the box 30 times. We had expected goals a little bit more than they had. So I think that the team creates and play. Unfortunately, the quality that they used to finish the chances that they had, it was higher than our quality, and this is a fact. There's no getting away from that. I didn't think that we were particularly outplayed. They had moments that they played with the ball, but I think that we had even more moments to play. Just the final pass, the final in the last third, or certain decisions that we made, I don't think that they match the quality that they had today. But we knew, we spoke about that before, we knew we have to play with intensity, because they're a team that have many quality players that in the right moment and in the right position on the pitch can hurt you.
With two super quick goals, what do you say to yourself that as the head of the team, as the coach? What is your mentality when you sort of get that double immediate punch to return?
It's a long game. It's a long game, and we know that you can go 2-0 down or 2-0 up early, and then the game can change. So the most important thing that I have to transfer to the players is that there is belief. We have belief. We keep playing and we create chances. But the most important thing that they have the same belief, and that they go out with not with fear, because it looks that there is that they are not playing with the full potential that they have, and this is a problem that we need to look and solve more psychologically than anything. Because I think that when we play and train, I think that the quality is there, and I want them to understand that they have to do this in the game, and not feeling that the game, if we concede one goal or if we miss a pass, is the end. We have to be a little bit stronger mentally, I think.
Coach, I was asking Wiley about his positioning on the weak side there. He said, well, that's something they work on in training on a regular basis. They did see in film that it could be an opportunity against Charlotte. Was that something that you saw as a potential risk, going in?
On the first goal, I think that when he scores, I think that we go out of position too early. We take, at times, gambles, and this is something that I don't want. I always say that we have to have a position where we are building first, we are in support, especially if the ball is on the opposite side, and then we release ourselves. Not to go higher before then the ball is played, because this can happen. So there are certain elements of judgment that you have to do. We knew that Wiley was a player that goes and even defensively become the fifth, so that's why we try to go one side and then go to the opposite side with Camille and deliver the ball. And they had this moment in which we were not rightly positioned, and the quality they have, they find a good pass and the guys find a good goal. But situations like that can happen in the game. It's important how we then take our chances.
Was that a big story of it, that their quality in the final third was just that much better than Charlotte today?
Today, I think that they had, I think that they were quite sharp, and when they had the chance to, but there are players that they have this kind of quality. We knew that they have, and I have a big trust in our squad. I have a big trust in our players, but then they have to show it. They have to show it. So we will all take the responsibility for that. I feel sorry for the fans, because this is a derby and we wanted to, to give them a result. We wanted to give them a win, and I feel sorry for them. So we will take all the responsibility for that. Me first, but all together. When they had to make it count, they made it count.
I know the first
games of the season. I mean, there's this belief, we're figuring out new guys, stuff like that. After a game like this and now a third straight loss, does the stance change into more tough love in terms of how you talk to the team after the game, in terms of motivating them to get back to where you want them to be?
I think that we have to be patient. It's a long season, and I know that when you start with 3 losses, everything looks doom and gloom. But I look beyond that, and I think that the team is playing, and the team is not. We were not defending all game against Atlanta. I think in the second half, and even in the first half, I only remember them. And this is a team that plays from the back quite well. And I remember only once they combining from the back and arriving to have a shot from outside of the box. Other than that, I think that we recovered the ball pretty consistently. Unfortunately, when we were in transitions, we didn't make it count like they did. But we need to keep believing in our work, and if anything, not to feel sorry for ourselves and to own more. And the players as well, they have to own more, because when they are on the pitch, it's up to them also to perform.
Christian, back here. Were you talk about continuity for this starting 11. Were you expecting something else from the starting 11 at the start of the second half? Because the first subs came around the 65th minute. Yeah. So were you expecting something else from this starting 11 that, it took you about 20 minutes to get the first subs in?
Yeah, I did. I think that we went 2-0 down very early. After I thought that we had a number of chances to put the ball in the box, at least to arrive high and with many players on the box, and they didn't work, and I wanted to give them the chance again to continue the work that we have done towards the end. And then the third goal for us was a little bit of, we had a chance to make a foul for the transition, we didn't, and we let the guy go all the way. And to find the pass when we were open, we were again high to create a chance. So I wanted to give them the chance after we spoke, quite frankly, in the half-time. And then, and early doors, I think we had 2 or 3 chances straight away. And unfortunately, if the ball goes in there, it's 3-1, but the game can be very different then. And then after, I wanted to make some changes because I wanted to bring more energy and some different characteristics to the pitch. But I don't think that we deserve this scoreline. This is my feeling.
Coach, you seem to be a very level-headed person, especially a lot of the things you've dealt with, in the past up to this point. With a start like this, how do you keep the players kind of level-headed, but also continue to have that passion to want to just continue to strive to do better along the way?
I think that this is something that if they don't have in themselves, it's going to be difficult, because we can organize them, we can support them, we can give them information, but if the motivation doesn't come from within, it's difficult to give people passion and motivation, right? So we do that on a daily basis, and sometimes I wonder if I do that too much, because at some point the guys, they have to go out and deliver. It's their responsibility too. I am happy to take it. I'm happy to take all the blame, no problem whatsoever. But I don't want to become, in that sense, I'm happy to take everything. But they also have to own, because they are on the pitch, and they have plenty of chances to show the quality that they have.
Hey, Coach, this is Nason with Benavisión. If you had to choose one thing that you're proud of your team for, what would that thing be?
One thing to be proud of?
Yeah, for your team, yes, sir.
We go out always to play. No matter what, we go out to play, we go out to create chances. And sometimes, at this moment in time, it goes against us, and I don't want us to lose the belief that we have to go out and play. Because it would be easier to go very defensive, to let the opposition get the ball, and maybe this is the way that will get us result, but we believe in a way of playing, and we will keep doing it. And when we get it right, I think that we will start to see results. But what I want from the boys is to go out with the belief and to own, and then knowing that every ball we play is important. Sometimes it looks like that because we can create chances, we play maybe consciously, unconsciously, I don't know, but we play not as strong as I would like. And so this is a problem that we need to solve, because at this level, you make a mistake, you're going to defend. And sometimes you cannot defend because the quality of the opposition is such that you cannot recover. So this is one thing that I want my players to improve. And I'm proud of the way they play, but they have to play a lot stronger in every circumstance.
Couple more, Dave.
Yeah, Coach, down 3-0 at halftime. What do you do as a coach, as a leader, to say, okay, down 3, what do we do differently? What do we do the same? How do you motivate your players? What kind of attitude do you take into that halftime and talking to your players and also your technical staff to try to change
What we need to do in these circumstances, they score 3 goals in one half, we can score 3 goals in the half. So we need to believe. If we don't believe and we don't have the confidence we can go out, I ask if there is a player here that doesn't believe that we can score goals in the second half, he can come out now. Because it's our responsibility to get everybody to believe. So we can't wait for external motivation, it has to come from within. And I know that we are spoiled at times with the atmosphere that the fans create, but I don't want us, this has to be a plus. And we need to fuel them, not them fuel us. If we don't understand this, we are mistaken. It has to come from within. It doesn't have to come from outside. Because then when we go outside, we will not have that and still have to come from within. So this is the first thing that I wanted. And then we wanted to win the second half at least, if we couldn't get back into in the total score, but we wanted to win, and I'm disappointed because at least I wanted to win the second half.
Christian, what exactly has to happen to unlock Enzo Capetti at this point in the season?
I think what has to happen is that he needs to understand better the league. I told him that I'm not happy with certain way. I'm not condone him going to the ref all the time. And if he goes to the ref and complain, okay, but then during the play, while he's still focused on that. Otherwise he becomes, and this is not a behavior that I want. So our leaders, our DPs and our leaders, the more experienced, they have to show with behavior, not words, what the team has to do. If they want to be leaders, they have to lead in the right way. I'm not going to prepare to condone any behaviors that doesn't help the team to win games. And I don't think that some of the behaviors maybe can work in other countries, but not here. And I don't want that in the team. So for him we will talk more, because I think he has got qualities that I really like, that I want in the team, but I also want a different body language when he's on the pitch.
Two more. Here and here. Yeah.
So Nuno Santos only had about 10 minutes today. What is missing from his game, or is it a tactical approach as to why he's kind of being limited on minutes?
There is no anything tactical approach. It's just that I have to make a choice, and I thought that in the last few weeks of pre-season, Andre was working hard, was putting a lot of effort in what he does, and then there is competition in a game, and I don't think that Nuno is doing anything wrong, but it just in a football team there is competition, and then the coach and the coaching staff has to take decisions. Sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong, but Nuno will have his opportunity like other players will have their own opportunities. Their job is to get ready to take them. So, otherwise I want to talk about more the players that they had, the chance to do, because the responsibility goes to them more because they had chances to win the game, right? So I don't want then to shift the responsibility. I think that Kerwin came really well again. Harrison came really well on the pitch. And so Nuno, he lost an important ball at one point in the midfield, but also he created 2 or 3 chances as a number 10. So I don't think that there is anything wrong with his tactical approach. It's just an evolution, and he will have his opportunity.
Christian, I have 2 questions. The first of all, how do you see Bram Brunico in this game? Mm-hmm. And the second one, do you still continue to use him at the left side?
Well, Brandt, I don't think. I think he had. He had a situation when he brought Araujo inside with his left foot, but we had this situation also with fullbacks in the past. So it's not necessarily a fault that he had, because Araujo, we know that is quite capable of disguising, even though you are prepared, he knew that is. And we can say that he did badly because he's not a left back by trade. But also I thought that he gave us a good thing. Other than that, I don't think he suffered a lot in defensively. And with the ball, I think that that he can give us something different. More than anything is, again, the spirit and that you have on the pitch, more than the ability. I think that Brandt can play in that position, and I don't think that he was the reason for which we lost the game. At least I don't think so.